October is here for the cattle farm, and so it's time to harvest our sunflowers and soybeans. We'll also be plowing our grass field so we can replant it next year, hopefully for a better yield. So let's get to work here on the farm. You can find a link to this playlist in the description below, or check the channel page for other farming series you might like. Welcome back to the farm. September is finally over. We are here partway through October, actually. The weather has been, well, one way or another. And it rained all day yesterday. 1st of October, it rained all day yesterday. Here we are a ways into October, and we're in fog now. It's been a heck of a year for weather. We had the drought this summer, and then to make up for that, well, it's harvest time this month. So today we're going to be, well, let's see, we got some work out here in the grass field. We'll be catching up, let's see. We're good on our cows. I'll tell you about our cows here in a second. We're going to be picking up these bales. This is from, let's see, last month, after the last video, later in September. I got all this mowed and made into hay and baled up. We'll be dealing with this. Of course, our sunflower field and our soybean field is ready to harvest. Yeah, they're both ready to harvest here in October. And so this field here, well, we've got some hay bales, and we're going to be tearing up this whole field. We're going to be redoing this field. I'd like to, I feel the yield here wasn't as good as it could be. So we got the big tractor out here. We are going to plow this field. Maybe not today, but this month, we're going to be plowing this whole field. And I mean, it's October, so the grass season's really over. So next year, this grass field is going to start anew. It's going to be pretty cool, I figure, because we have more cattle. We've got some more cows for our free-range pasture over there. Over there, we got another 6. Yeah, just 6 more. We're working on that. So we got 12 over there, and we got the 50 in the pen, and we got 12 cows over there. Just move some of these bales off here. So there's our other tractor. Yeah, the fog out here is thick. It's just how it's going to be today. It rained literally all day yesterday. I couldn't get anything done. So today we're going to be harvesting. I do want to work on getting these bales off when we can. Somewhere I got a partial bale. Yeah, I think it's one sitting over there. Let me set these down here. I want to make sure I know which bale is the partial one I left out there. I want to know ahead of time. Yeah, I think this right here is the partial bale. I believe this is where I unloaded it at. We'll put this somewhere separate so you remember. Yeah, this is just a very small partial bale. We'll set this over by the cattle. And then we'll grab, let's see, a tractor. We need a tipper because we're going to harvest our sunflowers. And I don't know what kind of yield to expect. Seems like it's been forever. Well, I mean, yeah, it's been a long year. Let's get this, put this in here. So the cow pasture there, the straw in the cow pasture, never did figure that out. There's no way to put straw in it. However, if we look at the cattle, if we look at the menu here, for the cow pasture, it's fine. The productivity is high. They're producing milk, everything else like that. It says there's a straw bar and it's empty, but there's no way to put straw into that pen. I even got a straw blower. I bought us a straw blower. I was like, you know what? This will make it easier to get straw into this pen. So I actually got us a straw blower just to make sure. There's no way to get straw into that open pen. So, you know, that is what it is. Where's our... Okay, our tipper is probably going to be... It's going to be over with our silo. So we're going to get our 700 Vario and we're going to hop over to the silo farm. And we can get to work on our sunflower field. We'll probably be back out here on this field later. You know, let's park this tractor somewhere other than on the field because, yeah, I don't know if we'll be plowing that this month or next month, but it's going to get plowed. And this year we'll get it, well, next year we'll get it replanted. But this year we're going to get it plowed. We're going to put down lime, fertilizer, everything like that. So hopefully next year we'll have a very fruitful grass field. Now let's get this over to our sunflower field. Still getting used to the way the moisture works here. Due to the drought, we got irrigation on both the sunflower field and the soybean field, but it ran longer than I intended it to. It'll take me some time to get used to how that works, and I ran it too long in the sunflower field, but honestly, the sunflowers, last month were already mostly grown. It probably didn't have any effect anyway. That drought hit at a bad time. So we're going to have a lower yield in some places, but it is what it is. So we get to put our harvester and our sunflower header to work, which we haven't yet on our farm. As long as we've had that harvester. No, we harvested our wheat. That's true, and that was the same. No, that was our grain header, yeah. We haven't used our sunflower header yet, save for actually on a contract. There was a sunflower contract last year I used it on. I haven't used it in our field yet. And our harvester, we've only used, a couple times, once on our wheat field. So it's we're doing something new, kind of. Been doing so much on the farm, mostly to do with our cattle and everything like that. All right, we will park this up here for now, I guess. And our sunflowers look, well, they look ready to harvest. Our sunflower header here ready to go. Of course, we bought this used. I barely even remember. It was probably near the beginning of the series. We bought this sunflower header used. All right, let's get to work out here. Now, this is a pretty decent field. I think it's about 7 or so hectares, so it's a good, I don't know, 16, 17, probably 17 or 18 acre field, Yeah, probably about 18 acres or so. A good sized field to put our combine to work on here. I'm worried, I am worried that our yield is not going to be much, but guess we'll see here. I mean, there's some spots in the field where, the crop is just bare because of the lack of rain. We'll see it over there. Along this whole north section of the field, really, we're going to be seeing it. Yeah, you can see the dry patches in the field here. Well, now that I've seen how we've seen how it works. We've seen how the realistic weather settings work. So next year the goal is to try to be. If I turn my lights on in this fog, I don't think it's going to help any. Be more prepared for how to work with the moisture next year. Yeah, right here, the field got hit really hard right here. And so did this guy's field here. This is that a cornfield? This field right in front of us here, it got hit really bad. So we'll probably work on this some, and then we'll go over and, well, I always like to have a few things that we can do during the episode between this. We've got this field and the soybean field to harvest, but that we kind of got to do it, one at a time because we only have one harvester. So we can go here and there and work on the grass field some. So last month, after last episode, went out there and mowed it, made hay, baled it, just left the bales out there. Part of the reason why we're doing the field is, well, I didn't have a whole lot of yield from the grass. I feel like I want to start over with that field, and now it's a good time. So there's not a whole lot of bales out there, maybe 10 or so. I don't know for sure, not a whole lot. We'll get them loaded up, moved out of the way, and I think this is a perfect time of year to reset, so to speak, our grass field, get it plowed and everything over the winter while the grass really isn't growing anyway. Have a fresh start for it in March. Weather permitting. Depends how weather's going to be this winter, but we'll see. And I wouldn't mind maybe getting some more cattle. We've got, I'd like to get a lot more cattle for the farm, so we just get whenever, whenever we think of it, get another trailer load or so of cattle. That pen that they're in now, the outside, the outdoor pasture holds what, 62, I think. And it's only got 12 in it as of right now. So maybe today we can go down and get another load of cattle from the cattle dealer. Boy, this visibility out here today, it's, I mean, I guess it's going to be foggy for a while. We've had a foggy episode before. I believe it was last fall, wasn't it? I think it was a month last fall it was foggy. All right, with this, we've pretty much got this, this, not this side of the field, but, you know, basically the western kind of headland here. We've got the field, we got this odd shaped part of the field done here. The rest of the field we're moving on to is pretty much, it's pretty simple, just row by row all the way down. But the yield is a little better than I thought it would be. I didn't really know what to expect, but we have filled up, well, not really, but close to filled up our hopper. And if I can reach our auger in there, yeah, with the headers we have for this harvester are pretty much, yeah, you got to watch that. It's like the main thing really that governs how wide a header you can use is, well, how long is your output pipe on your harvester. Make sure that, yeah, see, this is about as wide as we could go. So we're gonna empty this out and maybe work some on the grass field here. Our harvester needs to, we need to get it fueled up. I guess I could have done that before we started. I didn't really notice yet at the time. Let's see, let's get this parked over here and get it fueled up. And I want to have a look at the grass field. I haven't really had much of a look at it yet this month. Let's see if we can park this right here. And I want to check on our fuel reserves too. See how much we have. Let's see, right here should be good. Yeah, okay, so we've got almost 7,000 liters of diesel. All right, that's going to take a few minutes to fill up. We got time to work in the grass field. That's a big tank on that guy. All right, we have got some bales to pick up here. Not a whole lot, though. But yeah, like I said earlier, the yield, it was pretty low. I feel like it was much lower than usual. It could have been because of the drought. It could have been various things. Yeah, I don't have that bale very good. Let's see, how many bales do we have out here? Get an idea. I think there's a couple back in the back. Yeah, there's a couple down there. Probably just two. And let's see, there's 4 up there in the front, so that's a total of 6 more. Yeah, it's looking like there's only 6 more bales out there, so, or wait, yeah, I think so. So I think we only had a total of like 10 bales on this whole field, which is about half of what we normally get. So yeah, the drought affected the farm pretty good. If it happens again next year, I think I can handle a weather irregularity a little better next year. But luckily we have more than enough. We've been producing plenty of hay. So much, you know, we've been selling extra hay that we didn't need. I think for now we might just put the rest of these bales on the trailer over there. Closer and quicker. Might get started with the plowing out here. Or we could go back to the harvesting. I have checked on the soybean field. Yeah, you know, the soybean field, it is ready to harvest, but yeah, obviously the harvester is going to be busy because first we got to finish harvesting the sunflower field. Yeah, I think for now, speed things up, we're just going to put these on the trailer over here. And we've got so much extra hay. I mean, even with the 60 some cattle that we have, what, 62 cattle that we have, I guess, we still have plenty of hay. We might sell it. That hitch on the hay trailer is, yeah, let's just pull this out here. We'll just pull the trailer out here and load it out here. But you can see the grass out here is starting to get brown. I mean, we're in October now, so this is the perfect time to redo this field. I don't know if grass is even going to grow anymore out here this year, so all right, let's get those put there. We've got just a few more to grab here. It's just me, or is the fog kind of lifted a bit? It feels like I can see a lot better. Maybe it's just here in this immediate area. Yeah, the fog seems a little more distant than it did early this morning. Still, though, it's where a light's on, so you can see a little better. Alright, I think we just got 4 bales left, and if you remember from last time, actually, we can move all 4 at once. This loader is such a beast. I thought I saw bales back here. Yeah, so I actually didn't see any more bales. I thought there was 2 more over there, but apparently, I guess this is it. Yeah, it really was lower yield. So I guess that means there was only 8 bales out here total. Yeah, that was really bad. We'll do better next year. Let's put these up here for now. Get these strapped down, get out of here, and get to work plowing on this field a little bit. All right, so I checked our harvester. It is full on fuel, but I wouldn't mind getting started on this plowing a little bit. An idea how big of a job this is going to be. We're going to get this whole field all ready. Well, start getting it ready. I think it'll be good, though, for this field. Get it all, you know, set. Completely fresh, ready to go. Yeah, this will make pretty quick work of this. I mean, just a grass field. Yeah, this is going to make really quick work of this. Look at this. Our field needed this. We're going to get this soil here all fixed. We moved in at this farm here, and I just started mowing this field. I never did give it any fertilizer or anything. Well, looks like this is digging up some rocks here. I'll tell you, it's going pretty fast, though. But yeah, just a grass field, but going pretty fast. But yeah, we're digging up some rocks, so we're going to want to come out here. These are probably just small rocks. Let's check these out here. These are probably just small rocks. We can probably come out here with a roller. Just press all that back into the soil. Yeah, it shouldn't be a deal at all. But yeah, this tractor is going to have this field plowed up in no time. And oh, let's see. You know, I didn't see while I was out. Yeah, needs lime. It is fertilized, which no big surprise. I mean, all the mowing and grass work we've done here. But yeah, it's gonna need lime. So we got plenty of, well, there's plenty of opportunity for that because we'll be planting the grass in March. So we got plenty of opportunity for that. I haven't used this plow a whole lot. I think we used it to, we've only used it to, I think on our sunflower field. We bought the field that our wheat was on, we bought, and I don't think it needed plowing when we got it. I may have used this plow for a contract. Probably at some point I used it for a contract. Haven't used it a whole lot. I don't usually, you know, take care of grass fields like this. I can't say there's ever been a time I've plowed a grass field just to get better yield from it, but with our focus on cattle, it can't hurt. And yeah, it was mostly when I saw how poor the yield was. I mean, this entire field, we pulled a total of 8 bales off of it, you know, in direct contrast to the 20 or so, the 20, I think 24-ish, something like that, we pulled off the previous harvest. Yeah. Well, we'll get this run done here, and then we'll head back out to the sunflowers. Head back out to harvesting that. Just wanted to see how this was going to be, and this is going to go really smooth. We'll have to come over this with a roller, and sometime this winter or fall, sometime we'll come over here with the lime spreader. Yeah, it's going to make quick work of this field. And let's see, is there anything else we needed to do? I mean, I made sure that the cattle were fed. At some point this month, though, I might want to give them a trailer of food. They eat it up pretty fast. And haven't even looked at the contracts to see if there's work around the area, which we're going to want to because our money, well, has taken a few hits as of late. Let's shut this down here. And yeah, we'll be back out here to finish this up later. I want to get back to our harvester. Yeah, this looks good. Hey there, cows. Our cows are doing fine. Yeah, I think the cows are fine. I took care of them last bit of September after the last episode. Did a bit of work with them and everything. This yield here is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Oh, let's get our harvester. I checked it earlier. It's full up on fuel. So let's, whoops. So let's get this back out to the field. And whoops, watch the pile of lime there. Oh yeah, it's good I saw that. That's right, we got a pile of lime here and also at the other farm, I believe. Yeah, I believe so. So we've got the lime already to spread. Those trees there might make it a little, that whole row of trees there might make it a little difficult to turn this around. Let's get one more southern headland here. So we got room to turn around. And now we've got sunflowers. I think we still have sunflowers stored from previous year. Been saving the sunflowers because they go into diesel fuel production, but as you saw when we filled up the harvester here, we've got almost 7,000 liters of diesel. So we'll probably be selling these sunflower seeds. Yeah, because it's looking like we're going to have to do contracts this month to make money unless we can sell some stuff. And I'll see when is the best time for this. Probably later on in the year, but you never know. We'll check and see. Of course, we also have wheat. I saved our entire wheat harvest. I didn't sell any of that. We want to save some for uses around the farm, but we'll be selling a large part of that. But again, also, probably not till like December when the price is highest. So yeah, probably will want to have a look at contracts here and see what kind of money-making opportunities we have this month, because our tractor, our Vario, our 900 Vario that we were driving over there with the plow, you know, we're still making payments on it, $17,000 a month, still making payments on it. We will be for probably another year or so. And so we got to make sure that we have at least 20-some thousand in order to pay that and also have money for other stuff. All right, this headland here in the south will give us plenty of room to turn around here now. Yeah, now let's have a look at contracts here. I haven't really seen what there is this month. We've got cultivating. That looks like that could be fun. I mean, it's a decently sized field, but it's also long and narrow, so it's not that many passes. It's not bad. I could get out there. That could be fun to get out there and do. Some fertilizing contracts that pay decently well. Harvesting. Is there any that are not vegetables? Yeah, here we go. Is that the cornfield right next to us? Wait. Oh, no, it's down. I see where that's at. Never mind. I was looking at my arrow on the map. So, harvesting sunflowers, actually. You know what? We could just probably take our own down there, don't you think? Yeah, but that harvester's bigger. It would be faster, and it's... So, yeah, that's a good contract. Yeah, it's a big field. That's a... Yeah, we'll take that one. And here is, that field just north of us, cornfield. So there's some good corn and sunflower harvesting contracts. I like taking those, so we'll take those. Ooh, that's a big grass field, 16 hectares. Jeez. Plowing. Here's some plowing we can do. That's right next to our field that we're plowing right now. All right. And yeah, so there's definitely yeah. All right. I just wanted to have a look at that there. There's definitely work we can do around here. We can make quite a bit of money this month helping out the other local farmers. That's cool. That's always good to know. We can get our plow out in some of those fields and get some harvesting done on some other fields. My favorite part of fall, of course, is harvest time. I will want to check the weather, though, because, yeah, I couldn't work in the field at all yesterday. 1st of October, it literally rained all day from dawn till dusk. So before we take on any harvesting jobs, we're going to want to see, doesn't say it's raining tomorrow, but we'll want to take on the harvesting jobs like one at a time. Make sure. Because we got rained out the entire first day of the month. I'd hate to get rained out. You know, we got 3-day months, so I'd hate to get rained out one more day and then we may not have time to finish any harvesting. Now, we got room to turn around here. Yeah. Couldn't hurt to take another headland out of this. But, ooh, yeah, I kind of almost ran over our crop there, but yeah, I'll probably take a headland out of that. There's technically room to turn around, but not as much as I like. One thing I thought about doing was, this may be an option, is I've been keeping my eyes open for a forage harvester. It'd be a different way to run a farm that I don't usually do. The whole focus here is we're all cattle farm focused. We're focused on cattle. So I thought about, instead of a harvester like this, running a forage harvester, using all the crop for chaff. Then we wouldn't need grass. I mean, we would still need hay, but not grass. So we could, our grass field could be all hay every harvest, and then our big fields would just be chaff. And I think that makes more sense. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. I think it makes more sense for a fully cattle-focused farm if we got a forage harvester, and I think it'd be cool. And again, it's not something that I usually do. I've kind of looked here because those things are expensive, and nothing's, you know, popped up that was oriented that way. But I think the main reason I don't run forage harvesters usually is it kind of takes 2 vehicles to do, technically. I mean, ideally, actually 3. The ideal way, I think, just the most immersive, the best way would be to run the forage harvester and then have at least 2 trucks. So that way, you probably 3 technically. That way you could have, you know, a truck catching the chaff, and then another one behind it to pull up when he leaves, and then depending on how fast it takes that one to fill up, you might even want a third. So what I mean is multiple drivers, right? And playing by yourself, it's kind of hard to do. Of course, you can pull a trailer with the thing is, you can pull a trailer with a forage harvester. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I wish I had a way to actually have a truck to dump it into, like a dump truck or a tipper to dump it into. I don't think that, what I'm saying is, I don't think the AI would do that. I guess it's not something I've fully tested. We can see. So here we are going to run west down the field. Give us some more room to turn around, and while we're down there, we'll probably, yeah, that'll be another hopper full, and we'll check the silo and see. I think we still have sunflowers from last year, so we'll also want to check the prices, see when we can sell these, or when the best time is to sell them, that is. Now, all these spotty areas here where the sunflowers, as you can see, because of the, because of the drought, where all these sunflowers withered out and died out. I'll check here. I wonder how it's affected, if it has affected the ground underneath. Yeah, I'm curious to see that. Now that we've harvested them, I might see areas in the soil with uneven fertilization and such. That'd be something good to check, and I will do that here. Let's see. Looks fine. Looks, mostly. Yeah. So that's what I figured. I think we'll have to see, but I think when we come over the field with fertilizer, it should even it all out. That said, yeah, that drought, and you can see all the spotty areas where the sunflowers died out, it could cause, you know, further issues. It could cause further issues. Where's my, okay, that's what I thought. So we're going to run this way down here. Just trying to remember where the runs of the field were. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that, see how this is going to be. Sunflower field, or sorry, the soybean field suffered a little, not as bad. But I'll see about the forage harvester thing, and if that's the case, then we might just redo this field in corn. And I think I'd like to do that, especially if I had a way to harvest with 2 separate vehicles. I just never was a fan of pulling the a trailer with the forage harvester. I don't think it's usually done that way. It's possible, but without someone else to drive a vehicle, and that's one reason I never really do it, because I can't, unless I can. I'll see if the AI will do it, if they can drive another vehicle, or I could have them drive the harvester and I could drive the other vehicle, I guess. But yeah, that's why I don't usually do that. I usually drive harvesters, you know, that have hoppers. And that goes the same with vegetable harvesters as well. I find ones that have hoppers on them. Or discharge on the ground, you know, which is sometimes the case with root vegetables. Alright, this may or may not fill up this tipper here. We'll see. I'll probably take it to the silo regardless, because I am kind of curious to see what our, how many sunflowers we have. Okay, now, so to get to this silo, we really need to be going south on the road. It's the only way, as I've demonstrated before, the only way to back into the silo is to be going south on the road. So what we'll do is we'll just cut through our hedge here. Turn our lights on so people see us. You have to be going south on the road, and cutting through the hedge is just as good an idea, really, as trying to turn around in this narrow road. Yeah, it's either cut through the hedge or try to turn around on this narrow road. It's the only way to do it. All right, let's see. What do we got in this silo? Okay, we actually got some canola in here. Sunflower must be in the other silo. It's good to kind of remind myself what we have here. See, we can sell that canola as well. I'm saving the canola and the sunflower for fuel, but again, yeah, we have plenty already. If we look here at, okay, canola, November. So next month for canola, sunflowers, technically February. So basically at various periods over the winter, we're going to be selling our grain. I think we can back in from here. If we're careful. Easy does it into the silo. Yeah, and when I checked there, it said we've got 2,600 or so liters of sunflower. They must be in the other silo. So we'll get back out to the field. We'll get this finished up. We still got plowing to do in the grass field. Maybe I'll work some more on that. We'll see here. Now we'll go back out to the sunflower field because, yeah, we still got to harvest the sunflower field and then head out to the soybean field. So we can get this parked out somewhere out here closer to where we're going to be harvesting. Well, back out at work in the sunflower field. We've got... yeah, we got some work to do out here. We got some work to do for sure. Oh yeah, we should get some more cattle. Yeah, we should. Before we end the episode today, we should go get us some more cattle. If we just get a little bit of cattle, like piece by piece, you know, 6 at a time, they'll add up. I wanted, the vision was to have like hundreds of head of cattle, and with that starting pen that only holds 50, it just kind of lost sight of that. And then we got these new open pastures. It works really well. Now I've seen how it works. We could start converting bigger fields into open pastures and eventually have more and more cattle. And that was the whole idea, was a really huge, you know, cattle farm. This wouldn't be the ideal place to do it. You know, there's a map I wanted to do a big cattle farm on. There's that 4X German map. What's it called? Schleswig Bahnhof or something like that. I did a map tour of it. I really liked it. It's one of the better maps of all the map tours I've done at FS25. I was really impressed by that one. it's 4X. It has that huge, you know, just cattle farm you start off with by default. And I was like, man, this would be a great place for a cattle farm. I chose here. This map, well, this is just more of a, kind of got to turn it into a cattle map. So the way I see it, there's more opportunity here to be creative because this wasn't already set up for it. That said, we can turn one of these fields into a cattle pasture, you know, which I think might be a cool idea. I'm thinking possibly our soybean field, but it's all really on a slope, and I don't know how that would work. I'm not sure how that would work. With the cattle pasture that we have set up, it is a mod, and it does say that it's best you should level the ground before setting that up. That said, our cattle pasture that we have in our fenced-in area with the stone wall, that area there is not flat whatsoever, and yet I put the cattle pasture there, and the cattle are working with it fine. But we could turn our entire soybean field into a big cattle pasture. I wouldn't mind seeing how that works on a larger scale. Could be fun. We might have enough cattle now, and this was the idea originally, to be able to fertilize our fields with nothing but the cows, you know, product, you know, the manure and slurry. We might be nearing the capacity to be able to do that. I remember when we planted sunflowers here, we were able to, what was it, like maybe halfway fertilize this field with slurry? We might have enough now that we could do an entire field. We'll have to see. I'm eager to see that. I had forgotten about that, actually. Yeah, so let's go get us some more cattle. That'll be fun. Head down to the cattle dealer. Let's park this here. Let's park that there. Oh, it's kind of a pretty day out here. It's a nice, well, the fog isn't so bad anymore. A nice October day out here. We're going to want to take, this tractor's hooked up here. We can take the, our big tractor's all converted right now. It's not very roadworthy at the moment. We've got the loader tractors over here. Yeah, these narrow roads here, very challenging moving some equipment. The way we have our large tractor set up now, definitely not very UK road friendly, but it's working great out in the field for what it's doing. So let's get hooked up to our cattle trailer. We got the big wide tires back on this guy. Or, yeah, it's a different time of year. We're doing different stuff. I was able to swap the big thick tires back onto it. We're not going to be, you know, wading out into fields filled with crops. So yeah, change some of the configuration of the equipment around. Some of the trailers out here need to be moved around. This place is pretty, yeah. So we got a lot of stuff that's in progress out here. For one, here we'll top out actually. For one. Okay, so we got a straw blower, which, so I had a bunch of straw that was in the TMR mixer. I needed to get it out to make TMR, so I dumped the straw here temporarily. This needs to be loaded, I suppose, into the straw blower, which we now have. This orange machine over here, this cost us a pretty, $36,000. But I'll tell you, it is, I mean, it is a machine that's made to get straw to cattle, and it does work pretty good for our pen over there. It definitely cost a pretty penny, but that's sitting here. I did use it. I tried to get, you know, it says these cattle need straw. I used it here, and no, there's no way this pasture just doesn't take straw, because the straw blower made this. I just decided, I just left the pile here. It looks okay. I mean, cattle will be fine. Anyway, let's go get us some more cattle. I just wanted to show you. There's equipment sitting everywhere out here, because there's a lot of stuff that's still in progress there. But we're going to get our cattle trailer, and we're going to take this down, and we'll get us 6 more of the cattle. Another load. Oh, where am I going? I parked it in here. Parked it in here with these guys. Pretty soon, we're going to have us a lot of cattle. Might need to raise this up to turn here. Alright, we're going to get this guy. Ooh, around that turn, there we go. We're going to get this guy down the road here. Wow, it's kind of like a postcard out here. That sun is coming up just right through the fog, shining through the trees. It's yeah, very much like a postcard out here. I mean, this is a beautiful place out here in this part of the UK. And I'm gonna watch these tree limbs. I'm gonna lower my my lift here because I've gotten snagged on tree limbs here before. It's very tricky driving down this road. Kind of want to keep to the left, going south down here, which, to be fair, we are in the UK. That would be the natural side of the road to drive on. Well, let's get some more... Should we get more Holsteins? I mean, I don't see any reason not to. I thought we could mix in some other kind of cattle, but I don't see any reason... I don't see any reason to change it up. Got a trailer opened up there. Let's see here. We're gonna get let's get more Holsteins. They work fine. 6, and it's gonna be 7 grand. We're definitely gonna have to do some contracts this month. All right, and that is 6 moo cows in the trailer. All right, back to the farm we go with these guys. Set them loose in the pen. All right. Pull up that hill. Man, that tractor, it did a pretty good job. Usually it gets bogged down these hills. I expected to get bogged down with all this cattle, but not charged right up that hill. All right, we're going to get these guys. I don't know if I can back this all the way to the pen or not. I think I turned around last time. I went down there. There's a lot of equipment down there, but we're going to try, I guess. We'll try to get this back down there, but there's a lot of equipment to weave through. Let's see if we can weave around our slurry spreader and our wheel loader. Yeah, last time I definitely pulled it in there and turned around. It's okay, we got room. We got room. Hey cows, I brought you guys some friends. What is that bump there? I think it's just muddy ruts. Yeah, there's always this bump there I hit. So I think it's just muddy ruts. Got some friends for the cattle. Let's see. Am I not close enough to unload? Oh, great. I already opened and lowered the trailer. Let me back up here. Oh, we're going to have to shut... I don't know what's up. It won't... it didn't want to trigger. So we'll go a little farther back here. Yeah, I didn't get any closer than that. There we go. And 6, move to husbandry. All right. All right, got new cattle for the home. Oh, look at that. Look at this cow pasture. Oh, this is looking good now. We're getting some population out here. This is cool. I like this. I like this open range pasture. And imagine how cool this would look on a big open field. I like this, the idea of the open range. I think it's cool. I want to do this. I do want to do this on a big field. Yeah, I think it'd look really cool. For now, let's get this trailer put back away. And thanks guys for following along here in mid-October. We may have another October episode. There's just always a lot going on here at the farm. This series is moving a lot slower than the other ones, but this is a really fun farm. And as much as I've been wanting to farm in other places, I don't know. This is a fun farm, and there's been a lot of stuff going on here. There's just, yeah. So I don't know. There might be another October episode, and I cannot. Nope, that was that's not going to work there. But thanks a lot for following along. We'll see. I kind of would like... Here's the thing. I would like to farm in another map because I've been here for a while now. But at the same time, I don't want to abandon our cow farm. Now, I thought about switching to a different map and just kind of moving it. However unimmersive that might be. Tell me what you think. I mean, it's a possibility. I did consider that. I considered just for a change of scenery, I could shift everything to a different map. And I don't know how that would work, but it might be fun for the change of scenery part of it, that aspect of it, because I feel like we've been here for like ever, right? Well, this will be episode 18, so yeah, usually these series are, you know, 20-some episodes long, and this series is going to be it's much more detailed and much more work, and it's going much more longer, or it will be much more, yes, much more longer. Anyway, we'll see about that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Guys, thanks for joining me. I'll see you here in a couple days. And before that, probably for sure, probably tomorrow for American Truck Simulator or another map tour. We'll see. But for now, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you can see when we post new videos here. I appreciate it. We'll catch you guys next time.